Hi, my name is Martha Lane Fox. I'm thrilled to be here with you at the Officers Association and the Women in Employment Initiative. Thank you for inviting me to your conference. Now, it's really hard to describe to you a bit about my career and what I've done. You may know me as someone that started a website back in the dawn of time of the internet called lastminute.com. It's a bit like being in quite a famous pop band which had one massive hit. I was very famous for a moment, we had this incredible success, changed my life forever, but it didn't necessarily lead to any particular career. Then, after leaving lastminute.com after nearly 10 years, I was having a few months off and I had an appalling car crash, pretty much totaled myself, spent 2 years in hospital and had to relearn everything and rebuild my life again. And now I do a bunch of different things, in the public sector, the private sector, and sitting in Parliament. So I'm a funny kind of fish, and one of the questions that sometimes makes me feel most anxious is when people ask me, so what do you do now? I really don't know how to answer. But I want to share with you why I think you guys should be so excited about the future ahead of you, and hopefully give you some things that from my weird career might be helpful in building your own. The first is, I have had such incredible joy and benefit from always being an entrepreneur. It may sound easy to say, oh, you were lucky to have an idea or you're given the support, whatever it might be. But I really do think that anybody can be an entrepreneur in any role. Thinking about things entrepreneurially just means being tenacious, trying to solve problems, having a bold ambition, corralling people around you to get it done. And I know that you, having come out of the background in the military, will have done that in spades. So being entrepreneurial is a state of mind. And it's a state of mind that I think every organisation values. Not just to go off and actually start something yourself, but even if you're in a more traditional structure, that kind of self-starting, thinking about how to solve the issues or the challenges around you is always valuable. So that's something that I've always tried to hold close, be an entrepreneur. Right back from those early days of lastminute.com to some of the charities that I've started, to now, when I'm chairing the House of Lords Select Committee on COVID, I'm still thinking, how can I approach this entrepreneurially? How can I do it in a different way that might have more impact? The second thing is, technology has been the bedrock of my career. I'm not a technical person. I used to keep a book of programming language, Java, on my desk at lastminute.com to try and frighten the tech team into thinking that maybe I knew more than I did. But I love technology. I love what it enables. And what I really know is important is asking questions, not standing back and being frightened of the future of innovation, but trying to jump into it and understand it. Because if anybody tells you they know everything, they don't. The world is shifting so fast, it's impossible to keep up. But what I do know is that especially for women, it's incredibly important that we keep trying to put ourselves into digital skills, digital understanding, be curious about the modern world. Not only is there a profound lack of skills in the technology sector, right now I think there are about 1 million empty jobs, but also every job has a technology element to it. So for me, even though I can't actually sit and code, I know that having had that technical backdrop has been dramatically helpful and has really opened up opportunities. And I urge you to do the same. So being entrepreneurial, not being frightened of technology, they're two things that really have helped me. And the final thing, I think to me, is about grabbing opportunities and being open-minded. I've never had a career plan. I've had luck, I've had fortunate situations, I've had privilege for sure, but I've never had a career plan. I've just tried to keep going and to be open-minded about opportunities as they're presented to me. Even if the thing here that I have started to do might lead to something over there, might not have been immediately obvious, I've tried to always be generous in thinking about things, be open-minded, and to grasp things with both hands, which I'm sure are characteristics that all of you have immensely, because I can't imagine doing the work that you've done in the military without having that mindset. Now, sometimes that can be difficult. So, for an example, when I was given the opportunity to chair the House of Lords Select Committee on COVID, I thought, I don't know anything about this. I've never chaired a select committee. I feel nervous. I feel a bit intimidated. Half of my brain was thinking, no way, you can't do this. And the other half of my brain was thinking, now, come on, just imagine what good you could try and do with that. Think of the learning that you will get personally and hopefully the impact you can have professionally. So I tried to overcome my initial reticence, thinking I couldn't do the job, I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the experience, to think about some of the other things that I might bring to it. And unfortunately, this is something we see in women all the time. Women constantly are checking themselves against a bunch of supposed skills that they think are needed to fill a job, when actually they have more than the competence and ability to do it. So please take inspiration from me. I definitely don't have all the answers, but I have had these incredible, incredible moments in my career, and I feel immensely lucky to have had the opportunities I've had. Be entrepreneurial. Don't be scared of technology. Don't think that you haven't got the skills, because you have. And I know, because I know enough of you, and I've worked enough in some of the settings that you've worked in, to know that people in the military bring immense strength to any organisation, and any organisation would be lucky to have you. So good luck, have a great conference, and stay safe.